Hello everybody! Lots of news as always on the eruption here in Iceland. The recent change of events do not seem to be affecting the eruption itself. In case some of you don't know what that change is, the eruption has now pretty much turned into a geyser, with crazy visual activity and lava plumes being spewed over 100 meters into the air for a few minutes, and then a few minutes of break with almost no visual activity. We had more earthquakes over 3 in magnitude due to the pressure release, and spoiler alert, it looks like the eruption is going to be featured on 60 minutes. The restriction zone has been enlarged in the area around the eruption following the recent changes. The only active fissure is very powerful, and in the recent windy weather, the small lava balls you can clearly see in the live streams are being blown hundreds of meters from the crater, posing dangers to watchers in the area. They range from 5 to 15 centimeters in diameter, and I would definitely try to avoid getting hit by one. Interesting news about tourism around the volcano. The possibility of laying roads up to the eruption site have been proposed and are being examined. The path would also be upgraded to be able to support emergency evacuations and to ease hiking to the area for those who choose that method of getting there. The cost of such an upgrade is around 40 million Icelandic kronas or $400,000. An unusually long break in the new pulse cycle happened this morning, leading to a massive burst resulting in the highest lava plume in this eruption to date, around 200 meters above the crater. On that note, let's head to the data and detail section. We've gotten some new data on the eruption in the recent days, but let's first check out the recent earthquakes that were on the larger side for the recent week's standard at least. At 3.2 in magnitude at a depth of around 5 kilometers, these earthquakes are the result of pressure being released after the crazy activities back in February. Their origins are a few kilometers left of Kleverot in our well-known area where these types of earthquakes are coming from, marked in grey. Almost no earthquakes are present on the eruption site itself, which is completely normal. The magma is no longer digging through the surface and is also a very small eruption. These earthquakes do not have any effects on the eruption itself and may well be the last earthquakes of that type that will reach over 3 in magnitude. At the moment, the lava flow is at a high, sitting at around 7 to 8 cubic meters per second. These numbers were also seen during the fissure opening phase a few weeks ago. The total area covered by the lava is now 4.41 square kilometers, which is not much in comparison to Iceland's recent eruptions like we saw in the last video. The eruption is now in its 3rd season, with each previous season having a different value of lava flow and different activity. The new geyser effect the eruption picked up leaves these cool smoke signal-like clouds in the sky that can be seen clearly from space, like you can see in this cool image. That's all the data for today. Let's speculate. I want to take a better look at Hengil and the possibility of an eruption happening soon. The Hengil area is a very geothermal active area with a large geothermal plant that produces electricity and provides it to the capital. The most recent eruption in Hengil was around 2000 years ago, and the crack that opened was very long and a lot larger than the eruption in Geldingadalur. It left small marks like this island, which is a fissure in Iceland's largest lake, Þingvallavatn. Not only is it closer to the capital than Geldingadalur, but the path for the lava to flow leads straight to the capital, so it would definitely be a larger problem. Hengil erupts roughly every 2000 years, and with the last eruption being over 2000 years ago, it could be ready. Unlike other volcano systems on the Reykjanes peninsula, Hengil has a magma chamber, and it would give more signs before an eruption. There was a lot of activity there from 1994 to 1999, and it's thought that magma was actually starting to fill the chamber, but died down before erupting, so it almost erupted. There has been an increase in earthquake activity there recently, but nothing major, but we'll definitely keep an eye on it. Another candidate, which is pretty obvious, is Grímsvötn, Iceland's most active volcano system. In the last century alone, it erupted 10 times and has already erupted 2 times in this century, and it's time for another one, with the last one being 10 years ago in 2011, which is around the average time between eruptions. Grímsvötn is a powerful system, and the most lava produced in a single eruption the last few thousand years was an eruption from Grímsvötn. That was Skaftáreldar. It deserves a video on its own. Anyways, that's it. I'll end the video with this lava tornado in Geldingadalur. Subscribe if you want to stay tuned, and thanks for watching.